Hey guys, I'm Rodin. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot presented by Bomispirit. I hope you guys are doing good. First and foremost, thank you guys so much for liking, subbing, and commenting. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. Hit the button below. If you haven't really been getting notified of my videos, double check on your notifications. Just want to put that out there. Also, there's a fake Instagram account going around. I think Instagram took care of it by now, or everyone who this person followed has taken care of it, but just make sure you check this person ain't following you. Their fake handle is WaterBaby Tarot _page. So just to put that out there, just in case this person's following you. But after all that spiel, I just want you guys to know that this video is for July 1st. We're going to talk about the astrology of July 1st, and we're also going to do a tarot reading for the collective. Now, the way that I work, I am a channeler. I am intuitive. I have access to various abilities is like the best way that I like to say that. And so when I'm doing readings, I am getting different messages for different people, and these are general, and so it doesn't pertain to a particular time, even if I'm doing it on a video that's geared towards July 1st. So just hang around, there could be something here for you, okay? But let's get into the astrology. So, talking about the astrology of July 1st, keep in mind that I am looking at July 1st at certain time period. Some people feel like that's really important to look at for their own purposes. So I have the time zones listed for your purposes. But the way that I like to look at energy astrologically is that there is this like shadow energy where we're kind of feeling it come in, and then it comes in and we're experiencing it, and then we feel it leaving, right? So it's like, even though it's for a day, you could have already been going through this, or you might not experience it yet. We all experience energy differently, so just know that. So the first two aspects I'm not going to talk about in great detail because these are kind of been in the background all year. We have Saturn square Uranus. Uranus is at 13 degrees Taurus. Saturn is at 12 degrees Aquarius, and it's retrograding. We also have Neptune in Pisces at 23 degrees, now retrograding. And that is sextile Pluto in Capricorn at 26 degrees, also retrograding. These planets are not having a whole lot of movement during this entire year, but these aspects are very much intact throughout this entire year. Like Saturn is moving from 6 degrees to 13 degrees throughout 2021, and Neptune's moving between 20 degrees and 23 degrees for Neptune during 2021, and Pluto's even slower, and so is Uranus. So again, these aspects are always in the background. They have been contributing to what we've been experiencing with the pandemic and restrictions and changes, also contributing to this theme we've had for this year of really discovering who we are, really coming to a place of like personal power and personal truth, looking at truth differently, and not feeling the need to shove it down people's throats, and also not allowing people to shove their truth down our throats, right? You can thank North Node Gemini for that as well. I talked even more about these aspects in previous videos on like every 7-day video. So on the 14th, the 21st, and the 28th, those dates, like those videos for those specific dates, I talked a lot about those if you want to go back and take a gander or take a listen, I guess. Then we have some short-term aspects, and there are two short-term aspects that I had talked about in the last video for the 28th. By the way, don't look for 29th and 30th of June. They ain't gonna be there. Couldn't get to it. I just couldn't get to it. All this Piscean energy, sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. I just like chit-chatting. All this Piscean energy we have that Jupiter and Neptune are working with, I've been calling the void space. This period of time is when Jupiter is retrograding in Pisces and Neptune is retrograding in Pisces at the same time. It is creating the sense of like having to go within and being in your own little personal void, and there's a lot of interesting things to come of that. I talked a lot about that in the live chat I did for the Bomispirit episode 7 on Patreon, so go and check that out if you're curious. I also did a Bomispirit episode here on YouTube about that. But anyway, I digress. Coming to Mars in Leo. Mars in Leo is doing something interesting during the month of July. On July 1st, it's in 12 degrees Leo, at 12 degrees Leo. It is opposing Saturn and square Uranus. Now, it's interesting because Saturn is square Uranus, and again, we're having that all year, basically. And there are different days where this energy peaks, where it hits really strong days where it becomes exact, where Saturn and Uranus are at the same degree points in their respective signs. But now here we have Mars very strongly aspecting both of them, and Mars and Leo, as it relates to these specific planet placements of Saturn and Uranus, This is all about repression. This is all about repressed desires, repressed passions, repressed creativity. Yeah, your own repressed motivation and drive and things that you live for, essentially. And so this is kind of this is a challenging energy only in that the way that we deal with people. So for all of this year, there's been this struggle of trying to get to a place of personal power, right? And so now we have our repressed feelings being intensified. That feeling of repression is being intensified with these two aspects that Mars is creating. Hold on a second, I need a little bit of water. I might start recording at night more. The last week or so, my head has been killing me, especially during the day. And the second it comes to nighttime, I'm like totally fine. I'm totally fine. But then at night, I'm not used to working. So I've had an awkward flow with work this last week. But anyway, again, you don't need to know that. So during this time, while Mars is in Leo and is working very strongly with Saturn and Uranus in this way, feeling repressed is going to intensify. If you've been denying some personal desires of yours, oh, my throat chakra, or needing to be honest about anything, just saying, that is going to intensify. That's going to come up to the surface, especially when it comes to your own creative energy or being able to have self-expression, right, of just who you are, or sharing what you have to offer to the world. If you've been repressed with any of that, it's going to be highlighted at this time. And it's no coincidence it's also happening while we're in the void, because the void is about self-discovery. It's about personal spiritual growth, soul growth, and uncovering all of the faces and aspects of who you are as a person, even if you haven't like been aware of certain aspects of yourself or what you're capable of. And so here we have an aspect that's like pushing us and motivating us with this like very intense driving force of, hey, go be you and unapologetically you, and go do it now. And if you're being challenged by anybody, this could create potential for fights or conflict or volatile, violent energy. It doesn't mean anyone's going to beat you up. And that's just the kind of energy that's at play if someone's going to start challenging you on who you are, or what you're passionate about or what you want to do. If anyone's going to try to stop you or get in your way, you're probably going to step to them. You're probably going to say something. That's both of these aspects working together, because Saturn square Uranus, right? So Mars is just kind of amplifying that and bringing some fire Leo sort of energy to kind of bust out of that and just be in the spotlight and be okay being in the spotlight, being okay having attention on you and all of your talents and your gifts. And again, being who you are, not what people have told you to be. So if anyone steps to you, good luck to them. This is just continued energy of liberating yourself. Sorry for the helicopters. Hold on. So noisy tonight. Okay. All right, that's better. So this is an awesome time. I'm liking it. Now, coming to the moon. The moon shifts every 2.5 to 3 days, right? And so that's also a big part of why I want to do these astrology portions to these readings, because looking at how the moon is shifting through all of this also is just fascinating, right? So the moon is now in Aries. Thank God it's moving out of Pisces. I love all this Piscean energy, but I think it's doing a number on me. I think it's doing a number on my crown. So I'm kind of ready for some actually, Mars Aries is also the head. So I don't know. Kind of tired of these headaches. But anyway, so Mars is in Aries. Mars is in Aries. Whoa, excuse me. The moon. The moon is in Aries. This is going to amplify feelings of wanting to be independent, feelings of wanting to try new things and wanting to express yourself unapologetically. It can also increase, impulsivity, a little, like being a little too quick to react to people. It can also kind of make the ego a little more sensitive, but that's just like, kind of the drawback of this kind of energy. But it really is going to work well with Mars and Leo. It's really going to work well with that. And also Venus, because Venus is also in Leo. Mars and Venus will be conjunct, I believe, July 13th. Exact conjunct. That's going to be an interesting day. And we're building up to really beautiful energy as we keep going closer to that date. When Mars and Venus are in the same sign together, it's a really kind of beautiful thing to feel that balance, to feel that play off of masculine, feminine, to feel the play off of creativity and action together. Really great time to create some really cool shit because it is Leo energy. Of course, you're going to feel this too in relationships because, Leo's Leo, and Mars and Venus are Mars and Venus. Coming back to today. So the moon in Aries, I keep almost saying Mars and Aries. The moon in Aries is trine Venus in Leo. It's a very strong aspect for the day. This is going to bring a lot of satisfaction and comfort from being able to express yourself, being able to take initiative, being able to kind of exert your power in relationships. And it's an independent power. It's not having control over someone else. That's like more shadowy Aries energy. It's more about just being able to freaking express yourself without any restriction or anyone trying to hold you back or anybody trying to control you or anything like that. The more that you get comfortable doing that while the moon is in Aries, especially as it works with Venus and Mars, because as the moon moves through Aries for the next couple of days, it's still going to have that effect because of Mars. Anyway, the more you guys get comfortable with being independent and being very being very expressive with your desires and what you want and your words, it's actually going to be very attractive. And so this could also be a time where relationships can get a little steamy, or where people are looking to you a little bit more closely than they have before, or you're being more captivating than you kind of have before. But again, that's only if you're going to own that level of independence, that level of confidence, that ability to really express yourself without feeling the need to restrict any part of who you are and just, again, be very authentically you. So really cool stuff. And of course, with the moon being in Aries again, and Mars and Venus in Leo, as it works with Saturn and Uranus, it can create like hot-headed energy too. So if someone's challenging you and you're getting really pissed off, just know moon is in Aries, conflict can arise, okay? But honestly, it seems like a really cool day of energy. So I like it. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. Hey guys, welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually really feeling... No, they said no. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna do... Whoa! My light just fell. Hold on. Hold up. Lord have mercy. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so we're going to do the Soul Journey deck. I need glasses that don't have glare or contacts. I've been thinking about getting contacts recently again, actually. Any messages for the collective? I wanted to start with the Light Seers Tarot, and they said no, and instantly they pulled me to the Soul Journey deck. So we're just rolling with it. Yeah, there's a lot of like being attracted to people. That's what I keep getting. Oh, the moon is in Aries. And as we get closer and closer to Mars being conjunct to Venus. There's also this, thank you. So I talked about this a little bit in the live chat for the Bomispirit episode on Patreon that I did today. Was that today? That was today. Wow, time. What is time? I was like, that was trippy. I really felt like it was like a week ago for a second. I talked about this in that live chat where being in the void, which is a month's time period because Jupiter moves into Aquarius at the end of July, and they both retrograded in Pisces together at the end of June. I think Jupiter went first before Neptune. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Being in the void is also going to amplify this self-love energy, having compassion for the self, this acceptance of the self. And the more that we can embrace that, because this is all just potential energy, right? It's like, it's however you want to use it. But being able to actually invest in that and embrace that energy is going to be able to lead to a hell of a lot more confidence in self-expression. They keep bringing me back to that confidence and self-expression and how attractive that is going to be at this time. It's going to be easier to attract people who resonate with who you truly are when you can be confident expressing yourself very authentically in a way where you're not checking yourself. I don't know whether it's bringing up checking yourself. Maybe you guys are used to checking yourselves. Yep, continued theme of living free. This is going to be summer. This is what summer is going to be about. learning to live free. Any messages for the collective? They keep showing me the friendship card. No, I don't have any cards out here yet, but they keep, what's on the bottom? Gratitude. I keep seeing the friendship card. In summer, after being in the void, there's going to be this like kind of reemergence of people and opportunities. Very similar to how it was in the beginning of the year, where like we kind of were bombarded with change in our external reality, right? We're bombarded with change and new people coming in and people leaving, and it was all happening really fast. You're gonna start to see that again towards like late summer, like right before summer ends. You're going to start seeing that again, but it's time to start actually attracting and pulling those people in, and you're going to be able to do that just by being authentically you. But they're saying that like friendship is really, really important and will be really important. Even though romance and like flirting, there's going to be a lot of focus there. There's going to be a lot of attention there just because it is a lot of this Leo energy with Mars and Venus, right? And that's great, but the foundation of friendship is the most important thing. The foundation of community is the most important thing. Is also what Aquarius is teaching us too. Any messages for the collective? Uh-oh. We have envy and love. This feels like two very different sides of the coin here. That's very funny. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Ooh, okay. So I really feel this. I literally feel like two sides of a situation, or like two sides of a battle here. Like two very different groups of people. Like people who are accepting themselves and discovering themselves on a new level, having like a much deeper, creating a much deeper relationship with themselves, and very much in that void space and very much within themselves, and really finding a lot of happiness and flow and joy in that. And people who are struggling to do that. People who are struggling to do that. Yeah, people who are really struggling to do that. That's what I'm getting. It's like being able to be within, looking within, connecting with yourself from very deep within, and deepening that relationship. Just keep hearing deep, 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 deep. And people who keep looking outside of themselves. Keep looking outside of themselves. And like, these are people who are really living in that like separation consciousness, right? People who are really living in that like lacking of accepting the self, and always kind of judging the self and seeing the self as lacking this or lacking that, or not having this or not having that, creating that like antagonistic energy. So there's gonna be a group of you where you're like really within and you're deepening that connection with yourself and that like self-awareness, and you're having a lot of spiritual growth, a lot of soul growth, and all of a sudden people are gonna just start attacking you. You're gonna be like, what the hell? It feels very observant though, which I like. Right, because that's like also kind of a test of that energy, where can you really be just connected within and aware enough to just observe that shit and not let it pull you into that nonsense, right? Some of you are also just making that shift for yourself from separation consciousness to unity consciousness. Again, just being very much connected and within and aware, understanding that like you are everything and everything is you, and then seeing this kind of stuff and being like, how fascinating. Oh, how fascinating. It's like, it's weird. It's almost like looking, it's, how do I say this? How do I say this? How do I say this? I'm like, what's the best metaphor for this, of how I'm feeling this? It's like, it's just looking at people who just haven't gotten it yet, right? Like people who are just not there yet. I don't have a good analogy for this. I really don't. But that's what I'm getting. People who just haven't found the key, right? People who are like struggling and they just don't get it yet. They're just not online yet. They're just not connected there yet. It feels very, very much being of the world and in the world. No, being in the world but not of it. Being in the world but not of it. Let's keep going. Any other messages for the collective? And of course, this could also just mean on a very, very, very physical reality level, lower frequency level, that, you know, people are just hating on you. Just what it is. People just hating on you, thinking that they can't have what you have, or you could also be experiencing that with for yourself, like wanting more of something that you think you don't have. And I want to say that you think you don't have, because you probably do have it. You probably have access to it. Wow, that's it. And on the bottom, we have imagination. I just hear illusion with that. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Wow. And then we get loneliness here. Yeah, this is that like separation consciousness, veil, illusion, nonsense. Not nonsense. It's not nonsense. It just is what it is. I know that I am never alone. I really just get veil with imagination. So here's the cool thing about Neptune and this whole void stuff. Neptune in and of itself is illusion. Neptune is the fluidity of reality, if you just think about it like that. So when Neptune retrogrades, which it went retrograde on the 25th, and now we're in this void space, Neptune energy inverted is seeing truth. It's seeing that reality in and of itself is reality, physical reality in and of itself is the illusion. I know that sounds, that's like the best way for me to describe it. So this is an opportunity for a lot of people to kind of come to terms with the illusion they've been living in, with the illusions they've been ascribing to or attaching to, and that's happening with this void energy. And then with envy and love, like we're really just seeing that play out. It's like we're seeing the people who are getting it and then going within and connecting and then becoming aware and just getting that, having that deeper sense of truth, versus people who aren't quite there yet, who are still living in that like separation, scarcity, I lack, I'm not, I can't sort of way, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Always seeking to the external for fulfillment, or always seeking to the external for answers, or like the external will nourish me. And it's like, no, that's just not true with imagination and loneliness. That's just not true. It's just not true. Just for craving. Something that would be like, also dealing with any vices or addiction as well, because Pisces is also about that, as is Neptune. And then Jupiter is just enhancing that focus. And I feel like it's really overcoming it more so than getting lost in it. But yeah, this illusion of scarcity, this illusion of loneliness, this illusion of you don't have what you need. It's an illusion. So again, shifting from one to the other, and also experiencing and observing more so those who are still there. And it, it's unfortunate, but it takes a while for a whole collective to shift like that. Some of you are going to be further along than others. They're also wanting me to talk about this really quickly. I didn't mean for this to be such like a cosmic spiritual talk, but here we go. Oh shit. Come back. I just had it in my head and I was like, where'd my words go? My words were just snatched from me. Thank you. Some of you are no longer experiencing this in your reality at all, because you've done a lot of work in this kind of energy, in this reality. And that's kind of the cool thing about collective shifting, because within the entire collective, we have collectives upon collectives upon collectives upon collectives, right? That are still living in different veils, that are still living in different illusions. And so whatever illusion or veil we're still living out or playing out or attaching to, that's just going to be present in our reality, right? And so as we work through that, we can break through that illusion, or we can break through that veil in our own personal reality. And then that's when people leave. That's when people leave our reality, and then new people come in, and then there we are in a whole different set of illusion or reality. But this to me feels like finally observing illusion for what it is, and observing others and just where they are, and not judging them for it. And just staying in a really cool place, or shifting into that place once, in your personal journey. Okay, kind of a lot, but that's what I got. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards. Let's go pull some more. Beautiful creatures. No, Light Seers Tarot. I already forgot it was there. And then they were like, Light Seers Tarot. Okay. Any messages for the collective? Any messages for the collective? really want my Dreams of Gaia tarot deck back. It's a long story. Any messages for the collective, please? I am hearing the term puppy love, which I think is very funny. They're even showing me, I still work with the Lenormand and Kipper decks from time to time, and there's a card in there that's just the dog, and it has like that 10 of Cups energy, which is Pisces. They showed me that as I heard the term puppy love. That's all about loyalty. That's loyalty, that's the empathy and compassion that you have with other people, and it's reciprocated. And then there's that emotional supportive network or tribe that you get from that, right? So again, I feel like this is like the seeds of attracting people in, the seeds of like growing a network or growing a tribe. But again, you can only really attract those who resonate with your authentic self once you discover your authentic self. And again, I feel like this is more so about just discovering more of you. Like, I think a lot of you have hit that point where you really are authentic. It's not that you're not, right? But there's always more. There's always more to discover. There's always more aspects to come up and emerge. And it's kind of a fun little game that we're in this reality. But anyway. Any messages, please? Seven of Swords. That definitely feels like it's aligning with the Envy card. Again, I just keep getting, it's just the energy of I don't have, and I need, and I want. All that scarcity, all that everything that I want is not in my life sort of thinking. Wow. And then we have, I just heard difficult. Oh, we have the Chariot in reverse with the Queen of Cups in reverse. Yikes. This is getting in one's own way. This is definitely getting in one's own way, not having that connection to yourself, especially because it is water. It's like that is that Piscean, Neptunian energy here. Definitely not being connected to oneself. There's also a major disconnect from intuition and just that sense of inner knowing going on as well. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's just that kind of mindset getting the best of people, whether you're experiencing that or you're just observing it in your reality. Yeah, there's such an energy of like failing. There's such an energy of I can't get there. I can't. That the lack. Any other messages for the collective? We have, wow. Wow, Justice in the Tower. Well, that's a change. That is a change, and that is a major shift coming in here to really kind of find an equilibrium with this energy, to balance that energy out. I just heard do away with it. Do away with it. Do away with it. I wanted to say it one more time. Wow. Empress! Holy crap. All of a sudden, massive growth. Yeah, from the understanding and that energy of I do have everything I need and want. It's really just a shift in perspective. And I know how crazy that sounds too, but that is what it is. It's a shift in your perspective. On the bottom, we have Ace of Swords in reverse. Is that Ace of Swords? Yeah, Ace of Swords in reverse. Wow. Five of Pentacles, that scarcity, that lack. Two of Swords in reverse. Strength in reverse, beautiful to the Fool card. I love it. Then underneath that, we do have a Two of Cups in reverse with a Lover's energy here. So like I said, with this shifting of energy, the shifting that's happening within yourself, if you're going from this like separated consciousness energy, or you're moving from this like feeling of you don't have the life you want, or you don't have what you would like to have, or you're lacking in some way, or you're not good enough in some way. Again, that separation consciousness, right? Looking at other people and being like, I want that life, that's not my life, and really kind of fueling all that negative energy. If you're able to shift out of that, and it feels like if you're able to shift out of it, it's going to be quick, it's going to be big, moving into that beautiful Empress energy of abundance, of I don't have to, I have, right? And it is a mindset. It is a mindset. As you're shifting, you might actually be moving away from people. People might suddenly drop out of your life, and people might suddenly drop in, going from out of balance to being in balance. Some of you might even be moving away from certain people that would fall into like soul connections, soulmate territory, into a lot more of like really sacred divine connections, not just romantic, but all kinds of relationships. Preceding the energy, like I said, it's just a shit ton of lack. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Swords in reverse. Actually, I'm gonna talk about the Strength card in a minute. All of this is just illusion because I'm stuck in this mindset, because I'm stuck in that lack and all of that, and then becoming very clear that, oh, I just kind of have to let go. I just have to let go. I have to just let go. That's honestly what I'm getting with the Strength card in reverse. I just have to let go of telling myself I'm powerless. I just have to let go of constantly disempowering myself. I just have to let go of trying to hold on and grip and control things, and just literally start to see everything I do have. It starts with gratitude as well. It's like an appreciation that really starts to help people shift their mindset. At least what I've observed with people, when they start to practice gratitude every day, that can start to really shift their perspective, and they can shift into this beautiful Empress energy, and move forward in a free manner, living free, living light, and again, living in this energy of balance after being out of balance, living in this energy of love and awareness and freedom and authenticity, and no control, no false sense of control or false sense of power, but true, authentic, vulnerable power, right? It's really nice. It's really nice. Now, on a very physical reality level, what's going on here? Let me see. Just getting what you deserve, man. Getting what you deserve. Like I said, a lot of you, I think, will be, if you're not experiencing this shift within yourself, you're going to be seeing it in people. You're going to see people kind of freaking out on you, possibly talking shit, trying to make you feel small like they are, right? Trying to bring you down a peg. People kind of freaking out, right? And you might see these people start to shift away from that and shift into this beautiful energy. And this might be happening through the course of summer as well. And as this plays out in your physical reality, I keep getting the separation of people. I keep getting that. Ooh, especially when it comes to feminine energy. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. There's a group of you where really distorted or toxic feminine energy that you've been tapped into, or that you've, like, I almost want to say been tainted by, or that's just around you in your environment, like really working through that, really letting that go, getting rid of that, getting away from that. If any of you have these kind of toxic feminine energies in your life, in your external reality, there's definitely been some sabotaging going on. There's definitely been some sabotaging going on where they've actually been keeping you from being the Empress. I'm definitely getting that. For some of you, it could be a mother energy because it's Queen of Cups, or just somebody who has that kind of like emotional manipulative capabilities. Again, Cancers, I love you. It's not about, I'm not trying to say you're emotionally manipulative. Queen of Cups in reverse is emotionally manipulative. So yeah, as far as how this could play out for you in a scenario, I'm totally seeing that. It's like feminine energies, whether they come from men or women, that have gotten in your way, that have kept you from being all of who you are and discovering all of who you are, I keep getting have been sabotaging you or keeping you delayed. Some of you might have even had delayed development or delayed social development, or maybe you've had experiences later in life when most people had them earlier in life. You're letting that go, and you're working through that, and you're actually becoming who you're supposed to be, getting that really strongly, and you're doing it with a bang. Definitely doing it with a bang. Really nice. Really, really nice. So as you deal with these distorted feminine toxic energies and you let that fall away, you're going to feel so liberated. You're going to feel so liberated, especially if any of you have been carrying shit around, like in your programming and your energy from other people who are like that. You're going to be shocked and surprised. especially if it's like mother-child energy, just because we do have Queen of Cups and Empress. Um, that's Clyde at the door. I don't know if you heard that. Really beautiful reading, guys. I like it a lot. Let's look at the Tower. I feel like it's just gonna be more repetitive, but the Tower is calling me, so let's clarify that and I'll pull advice for you guys. I'm gonna do steampunk. Can you hear his meows? Sorry, Clyde. Almost done. Tell me about the Tower. Yeah, sorry, they keep pulling me back into this. Yeah, I'm getting that super strong, that it's like any of you who have lost personal power or been disempowered by other feminine energies or distorted toxic feminine energies, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever you identify as, super highlighted at this time. Super, super highlighted at this time. There's been a focus on that too this year. Not as much as I anticipated, though. I expected there would be a lot more focus on as I was about to talk, they're telling me what to say. So they were telling me on toxic mothers. That's literally the term. It's weird. I almost felt hesitant to even say that. I almost felt hesitant to even say that. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Toxic is what it is. Toxic mothers, and how that has really distorted not just feminine energy, but also masculine energy as well, right? It's like we've all seen those dynamics of, you know, toxic mothers who have really like emasculated. I almost want to say demasculated, but I don't think that's a word. I don't know if it's a word, but emasculated their sons, right? Or created very inappropriate dynamics with their sons, or put ideas in their head about women, right? Sorry, now I'm going on a whole spiel, and I did not mean to do that. But here we go. I might do a video on this. I might do a Bomispirit episode on this. The repercussions of that, right? But yeah, even like mothers who feel the need to protect their sons and then fill their heads up with all this negative shit about women, right? It's like, you know, you got to be careful because women can do this to you. Women can say that to you. Or women could take you to court and take you for all your money. Or women could baby trap you or whatever. And I'm not saying that stuff isn't true. It can happen. It can totally happen. But I think that really kind of like, how could that not affect men on such a deep level of how they look at women, and not just look at women, but like how to respect women from that point, right? Now I'm getting into men and women shit. But anyway, this is so not the point of the video, but that's coming up. So I guess they want me to talk about it. Might do a Bomispirit episode on it. Let's come back to the Tower. Let's come back to the Tower. That's like putting you in this really beautiful, abundant place of I have, and I can create, and I can be, and I can just be me with no sense of anyone else. Tell me about the Tower. And obviously not all mothers do that. You guys know that. Tell me about the Tower. Tell me about the Tower. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Tell me more about the Tower, please. Wow, and then we have the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, I just feel this like internal chaos with that. Yeah, I don't feel decision. I don't feel decision. I really don't feel decision. I just feel a little chaotic. Oh, sorry, it's a really interesting bug on my window. I just feel like internal chaos coming in here with the Tower. Really revealing some clarity, but I feel like it's disruptive. Yeah, I feel like it's disruptive. Yeah, whatever this shift is, and I feel like it's mostly internal, and it could be an external event that allows you to be liberated into this Empress energy, but I feel like it's causing a little bit of a chaoticness in your external reality. It's like being bombarded by truth and reality. Tell me about the Tower. Yep, see, Seven of Cups, seeing the illusion. Yeah, the Tower is revealing all the illusions and veils, everything that I was saying before. How about the Tower? With the moon in Aries, it's a great time to have some balls, basically, man or woman. Wow, yeah, and the Five of Wands in reverse, yeah, and getting away from that, like, that internal fight of that constant, like, I don't have, and I want, and I want, and I need, and I need, and I need. I'm also getting for some of you where you are getting rid of these distorted feminine energies, toxic, manipulative feminine energies, or just if there's been an aspect of yourself, like really transmuting that. How do I say this? There's almost been this fight to please. I'm also getting that, which is very interesting. There's been this internal battle to please. I keep getting that, to please these energies, or maybe you were taught from these energies to please others or please a person. I'm just getting pleasing, and it's like that really disempowers you, right? But that internal struggle is dissipating. So I remember the Tower with the seeing the veils and seeing the illusion. Overall, we got Seven of Swords. Yeah, Six of Wands in reverse. Beautiful with the Six of Swords. Just moving away from it, man. Moving away from it, putting that shit behind you to where you were being disempowered and you were losing out. No longer. You're done with that. You're done with that. Let's pull some advice. You guys might not need it, but let's go ahead and pull some advice. I'm like, I'm a little torn. I'm gonna do Animal Spirit deck. And since this one was also so spiritual and like cosmic, I don't think I'm going to do a second spread for healers and light workers. I think this is pretty clear for all groups. Any advice? Any advice, please? Any advice regarding this spread? Let's see. Wow, nice. Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. Energy of 5, which is change and transformation. Nice. Lizard Spirit. Dream the world into being, which I associate with fire. And we have a lot of fire energy with like Aries and Leo, right? 38, break it down to an 11, a master number. And then Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. 43, break it down to a 7. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You see through the veils of illusion. Thank Neptune for that. Thank the void for that. Thank all these energies for that. But also, obviously, you're doing this too, right? You're responsible for your own life. You're responsible for the path that you walk. And again, there is this like clearing out of toxic feminine energies, whether you've absorbed those energies or you embody those energies yourself at any point in time, or you have to like move away from people that have that energy too. All of those energies have just been holding you back. Just been holding you back from being in your full power. You basically disempowering yourself and moving into this space where you're deepening this connection with yourself and you're seeing yourself for all of who you are and discovering aspects of yourself you had no idea was even there. Bringing all kinds of stuff to the surface to have more abundance in life and to really live in a place of, I have everything I need. I have what I want and I can have more, right? It's nice. It's really, really nice. Yeah, beautiful stuff, guys. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys have a really awesome day and a really awesome night, and I will see you guys soon. Everything else, by the way, that you are wondering about, like Vimeo, Patreon, all that stuff, is linked below for your convenience, and I'll see you guys soon. Namaste.